Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson joins me now. Mr. Senator, you wrote in the Wall Street Journal, quoting now, "The ugly truth about the big, beautiful bill. You want more spending cuts." Can you tell us specifically where you want those spending cuts to take effect?
Yeah, throughout the more than 2,000 lines in the federal budget, which we never scrutinize. I've laid out a number of pre-pandemic spending options going back to Clinton in 1998, Obama 2014, Trump 2019, and leave Social Security, Medicare, and interest alone. You take those actual total expenditures, increase them by population and inflation, you'd end up spending somewhere between $5.5 and $6.5 trillion. This year we're spending over $7 trillion. So that's a huge gap. Doge and Elon Musk have shown us how to do this. You have to look specifically, line by line. We're just not willing to take the time or do the work.
Do we have the time?
So we have to do that.
Do we have the time to go through all these pages line by line? Surely that's talking months, isn't it?
Put a lot of people on it, okay? Yes, we have time. Listen, I've always been for a multiple-step process. I think it's a mistake to do one big, beautiful bill. So we're actually going to add to the deficit. I mean, I would think the first goal of a budget reconciliation process by Republicans would be to don't make the problem worse. My calculations, we're going to actually increase the deficit. We're going to go from $37 trillion in debt to over $60 trillion in debt over the next 10 years. It's completely unsustainable. So we've got to get this under control, but give the president the border funding, extend current tax law, take an automatic tax increase off the table, make sure we don't default on our debt. We could have already had that done. But now we're into this very complex, very difficult negotiation on one big, beautiful bill. It's just not getting the job done. I ran in 2010 because we were mortgaging our children's future. We were $14 trillion in debt. Now we're $37 trillion in debt. And Republicans aren't fixing the problem. We're exacerbating it. That's unacceptable.
Can you see yourself voting for this big, beautiful bill at all?
Not in the current structure, no. Again, I refuse to vote for something that's going to actually increase the deficits, exacerbate the problem from the current situation. Again, we shouldn't be talking about this right now. We should have been doing all the work, like I say, multi-step process. We'd already have the border funding, we'd have defense, we'd have $850 billion of real savings banked already. Plus, we could have extended current tax law, taken tax law increase off the table. We could have had all that done, but unfortunately, decisions were made to do one big, beautiful bill. It's not beautiful. I'm sorry. It's not a big, beautiful bill. That's called rhetoric.
There's one thing
mislabeling.
There's one thing that really
false advertising.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. So I just got limited time, but there's one thing that really stood out to me when I saw some of the proposals. The work requirements for Medicaid don't kick in until 2029. What's with that?
Precisely.
What's with that?
Again, this is the game they play. They get a score. Again, this is like Whitby. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. We're going to cut spending 10 years when I'm not even in Congress. Again, that's the problem. This is not serious. It's exacerbating the problem. It's not solving it. I've got a great video on my X page. All our Republican leaders saying we don't have a revenue problem, we have a spending problem, and this bill is primarily about tax cuts. We can't afford to cut taxes when we're running over $2 trillion a year deficits for the next 10 years as far as the eye can see.
Okay, I've got to leave it at that. But Senator Ron Johnson, thanks very much for joining us, sir, and come back soon.
Have a great day.
Yes, sir, thanks.